Hey, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Real Mojo TV. And your boy back in the truck, back on my own, shoulder doing a lot better. How y'all doing this morning, man? Welcome back to another episode. I would love for this live chat to get popping. I would love for this thing to fill up. Whatever fill up mean, I want it full. 5 people, 10 people, 14 people is what it is. But we out here, man. We out here. We back out here, and we back to doing our thing, man. So again, welcome to the Real Mojo TV with your host, the Real Mojo. Hey, hope everybody's Christmas was dope. I hit y'all up on my birthday, I think it was, in the car with the cigar or whatever. Hope everybody gearing up for New Year's. Hope everybody gearing up to have a nice, nice, and safe New Year. Um, my New Year's gonna be dope. I can tell you right now, my New Year's Eve is gonna be dope. I can't wait for y'all to see it. I'm doing something I never did before. I already told y'all that. I don't want to give it away, but I'm doing some dope, something fly I never did before. Um, but here we go, man. Here we go. Controversial influencer already been canceled. Now he's been jailed, and by his own admission, it's only one thing left for him if he get out of jail for what he's doing now. Uh, Andrew Tate and his brother were arrested yesterday. His brother's name is Tristan Tate. They were arrested yesterday along with two other parties, and I didn't get those names. Well, what I read didn't have those names, and I think it said two other parties were arrested on human sex trafficking in Romania. That is super duper serious and one of the lowest things you could possibly do. Where I read it said they had women against their will and basically selling them. The human sex trafficking that we hear about here. It didn't say anything about underage, but I'm pretty sure somewhere down the line that might come in because and all this is alleged right now, alleged. But it's a serious ass charge, man. It's a serious charge. Uh we all know Andrew Tate from being a mixed martial arts light heavyweight champ. He was on Big Brother, one of them shows, and he was kicked off the show for allegedly assaulting a woman. I think they said he beat her with a belt, or he was seen hitting her with a belt, or she reported he hit her with a belt, something like that. I don't really know his history. I know him from recent, the last 3, 4, 5 years, and like I always say, I'm not brainwashed, and I don't agree with everything somebody says just because I like them or I hear something and yada yada yada. But some of the stuff Andrew Tate says, I do agree with. I didn't agree with him being canceled, and Elon Musk ended up buying Twitter. He purchased Twitter, then he didn't purchase it, then he purchased it, and then he brought back Andrew Tate and a couple other controversial figures on there, right? Um, Andrew Tate was canceled from all social media worldwide except for Rumble. So him and his brother, they got a podcast slash talk show over on Rumble. And you know, like I said, some of the stuff, some things that he says, I agree with. Some stuff he says, I don't agree with. And that's just like me with anybody. Trump, Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, anybody. Michael Jordan, my own mother. I agree with some stuff and I don't agree. You know, many of us got our own mind, and the majority of us got our own mind. Because if you look at it, if he got 10 million followers, and let's just say for argument's sake, all 10 million of them, if he say jump, they say how hot, right? That's only 10 million people, but it's his 10 million people, and it's a dent. It's a big dent. But I don't feel like um I don't feel like that's the majority of the people in America, in Romania, over in Europe, wherever he's from. You know what I'm saying? Him and his brother. But the charges that they're facing right now is some charges that will get you up out of here. Human sex trafficking, that's basically, he's basically, well, all of them, not just him. We talk about him because he's the one, the public figure that a lot of people don't like and all this other stuff. But that's a heinous charge, man. I hope it ain't true because his wealth is so much and so high that he can reach a lot of people. Meaning he got so much money, him and his brother, and I'm pretty sure whoever else is involved, that they can kidnap and do all these things basically almost under the radar because they got so much money and so many connections, and they probably paying so many people that can help them, do these illegal things. If these alleged things that they're doing, they got so much money they can do this almost untouchable. You know what I'm saying? So they can kidnap and traffic and prostitute, or if that's how you call it, thousands and thousands of women. And if there's an investigation, that means this ain't 2 or 3 weeks old, you know? And now I'm gonna go to the flip side, being objective. He said they do three things when you're powerful and you got influence and they can't really control you. He said they try to cancel you. When they can't do that, they find a reason to put you in jail. They come up with a reason to put you in jail. And if you I guess beat that, then they kill you. So by his own admittance, and this was a while ago when he said this is what's happening right now by his own admittance, or his logic, or his way of thinking, right? So he's on strike too. So what he's saying is he's in danger right now. His life is in danger if if this is found to be not true and he's out of this. But when they locked him up, when they locked him up, they walked him out. I saw a couple videos. I didn't see his brother, but I did see him. They walked him out like he was in protective custody. Like they was protecting him. You know what I'm saying? They walked him out, put him in the car. He didn't have no handcuffs on. He didn't have no handcuffs on. They basically just walked him out of his and I don't even think it was his mansion because I don't think he lives there where they apprehended him at. I think he was over there maybe for business or whatever that means. But and they put two and two together by a pizza box that he was eating pizza or whatever. And well, there was a few pizzas on the table, but they put it together by a pizza box to a pizza shop. And it's just, listen, man, them is heavy charges. Those are heavy charges, man. And stuff like that. There's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that. Like Javante Davis, what he's going through right now, he's showing on his social media platforms evidence that things wrongs was done to him, which is the reason why you know he did some whatever that he shouldn't have did. But he's showing some stuff. Andrew Tate is there's nothing he can show. There's nothing he can show for what he's being accused of. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I hope this is nowhere near true, but it gotta have some merit. It gotta have some merit. If and I don't want to be wrong, but I mean allegedly human sex trafficking is probably is probably one of the lowest one of the lowest to me crimes you can commit. It's one of the worst crimes you could commit, man. Like taking people from their family, first of all, forcing them to do things, forcing them, probably drugging them, or like I don't know, man. I can't even put that. I can't even really talk about that because it's crazy, man. It's crazy to even think about, man. But I wish some people was in here to give me some feedback on what y'all think, man, because I want to know, like, and I want to know from some women. I want to hear from some women. I want to hear from some women, some of my female viewers, supporters, subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear from some of y'all because this is directly, this is directly affecting y'all because this is being done to women. What I read is it clearly said women. You know, said he had a bunch of, it said they had a bunch of women held captive, and but it's a terrible charge, man, because he's controversial because of the subjects that he talks about, right? Uh, and it's almost he's he almost puts it out as he's trying to help men, young men, and men who still able to get out of bad situations. You know what I'm saying? He'll say like, make yourself worth something. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself worth something. Uh, worry about your appearance. Worry about your income. You know what I'm saying? Just basically picking yourself up, kind of like a self help to a lot of dudes, kind of like a self help. You know what I'm saying? Motivational speaker, if you will. But some charges like this is uh, charges like this, accusations like this is 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 a career ender. It's a career end. Let's say let's say him and his brother didn't have nothing to do with it, with the crime, with the crime. Just say him and his brother didn't have nothing to do with it, right? Just say him and his brother didn't have nothing to do with it, right? but they know or they're affiliated or they do business with the other two dudes or with the other two parties involved, right? Either way you look at it, you link to them guys and them crimes, that crime forever. All your business, I mean, and here's the thing. He got he's so rich, right? And I don't know if it's a billion, if he's in the billions, but he said Forbes contacted him and wanted to put him on a billionaire list. I heard him say that. So I don't know if he's a billionaire or whatever. And because he said no, but he don't. I guess he don't want people. He said he don't want people looking into his business. So it's signs right there. Um, sometimes he, sometimes he do talk uh like he don't like women. Sometimes he do talk like he's not a fan of women, like at all. He was just going back and forth with a woman on on Twitter the other day about his car collection and all that other stuff. And then I think he called her a man or something crazy like that. But you know what I'm saying? People go at him all the time, and so he be clapping back at some of them. But yeah, man, this is serious, and I ain't like I said, that I agree with some stuff Donald Trump says. Overall, I don't agree with Donald Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter or none of that. And what I'm agreeing with is probably about 30%, 20%. You know what I'm saying? If that. But all that means is anybody can say shit that makes sense. Or I might feel a certain way. This person or you don't feel that way. So when he says something that I agree with, because you don't like him, because I know some people like that, because you don't like him, you don't agree with nothing he say. But if somebody else say the same thing, you agree with it. I know a few people like that. If just because they don't like somebody, no, everything they say is wrong or stupid or out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? So, and you can't, you like that's just impossible. You can't live life like that. It's impossible. It's impossible, and you're only gonna get so far when you block out uh when you block out certain when you close certain parts of your brain, you're only gonna get so far in life. You know what I'm saying? Those people, you notice, nobody want to do business with them. Nobody want to do collabs or nothing with them because it's like, you know what I'm saying? You're closed off mentally. You can't even you can't even see just because you don't like somebody. You can't even see the right in what they saying. You know what I'm saying? But and then some people just talk stupid. Some people just talk stupid. Like some people don't make no sense because you make one mistake. You can never ever. You should never ever be allowed to make no money, get no big money. You know what I'm saying? Like some people just talk stupid, and you just can't. Like it is not realistic. It's just not realistic. Some of the shit that they say, it ain't realistic. You know. But back to the story at the subject at hand. Uh, Andrew and Tristan Tate and their two other associates right now is dealing with something truck just cut off. I had to let it cut off. I didn't want to turn it off because I got the phone hooked up to it. I think I'm talk. Hopefully, I'm talking through the speaker and y'all can hear that. But yeah, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, and two parties that wasn't named in the publication that I read, uh, TMZ, and they're not gonna even look for the other two publications. They just trying to uh get Andrew Tate out of there, which is cool. That's what they do. They don't like. I stopped really messing with TMZ when they put that mess out there on Ti's sister. You know, whatever the problem was, there was no reason for them to do that right after she passed away or whatever. Go into her history. You know what I'm saying? But I do check TMZ a lot of times for news, but I don't follow them or none of that. They actually sent me a DM on Twitter about how they had the people like video calling, and they was like any subject I want to talk about. Anytime I see one that's to my liking, shoot them a DM right back, and we can get the video chat popping. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I would do that. I would do that. A little clout. I would do that. But yeah, man. So Andrew Tate and his brother and the two parties, other parties involved, they in for a ride, if nothing else. Yo, I just seen a crazy, crazy. This is like way off the mark. I just seen like a custody swap. So today's Friday. So I don't know who got custody of this kid that I just saw swap cars. But I just seen a little boy get out of the car, and the car as soon as he got out the car and closed the door, the car took off. So I'm like, in my mind, that must be the moms dropping the kid off to the pops, because women usually. But then when he drove by, it was the pops. So he got into the car. So I said, oh, he get into the car with his moms. So they drive by me too, and it's the mom and another dude in the passenger seat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, he's mad. He didn't get to talk no shit or get to shoot his, what I'm saying, try to get himself back in the building. But that was just crazy to me. But he got out. Reason why I said that because he got out with two bags. So I'm like, I don't know if he lived with the pops or lived with the mom. You can't tell by the two bags because one was a big laundry bag and one was a book bag. So maybe his pops had him for Christmas or whatever, and he's going back to the crib now, or you know he's going to stay with his mom for New Year's. It's crazy. You never can. Well, in that situation, it was just like a odd, like, because usually you could tell by the body language and all that who got custody, but that one right there, you couldn't. I couldn't tell. And I always look at that because I never had no custody thing. So, what I'm saying? Me and my kids always live together their whole life. You know, that sometimes that's rare. That's rare. So it's like, because some of the stuff you go through and all that, and arguments, you just want to get the freak up out of there. But you gotta look at the bigger picture, and then you gotta figure it out too, and you gotta take fault. Like, that's what I'm saying. Some motherfuckers don't take fault for stuff, and then it's everybody else's fault. Like, I don't listen to people like a few times, it's never their fault. I'm good with them. Even if we talking, I'll listen to you and yeah, but in my mind, that shit's going in one ear and out the other. Cause all of us be doing weirdo stuff sometimes, especially relationship shit. It's a weird thing. You know what I'm saying? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? I'm upset with y'all. My Facebook ladies, my Twitter ladies, where the heck are y'all at? Get y'all asses on here, and I need y'all to chime in on this because this is directly affecting y'all because like you see these videos all the time, women being abducted, what to look for, shit on your door handle, people's ID laying by your car, and you like, and they're like, oh snap, I dropped my ID, and then they throw you into another car or throw you in your own car and take off. You know what I'm saying? And then like I said, somebody with hundreds of millions of dollars like this, or two or three people with hundreds of millions of dollars, they can do this shit so smooth and so under the radar that by the time your family even realize you're gone, you in Romania or wherever they at in Europe. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I hope it ain't true. But if they said they've been investigating this, even if it ain't him, it could be his business associates, him and his brother's business associates, and you link to them forever. But ladies, get in here and talk that talk. All right, y'all. I'm about to move this truck and get back to work. I'll holler at y'all.